This year's recipient has just completed his 7th year at Isothermal. He was nominated by 8 of his students. One student says this instructor's approachable and friendly manner makes it easy for a student to open up to the learning experience. This particular student claims to be particularly shy and introverted, so the instructor's ability to relate to all types of personalities is a really big deal. Indeed, during his interview with the selection committee, the instructor hinted at the importance he places on making the connection with students. He said one of his aphorisms that had always stuck with him was, quote, "A student doesn't care what you know until they know how much you care." I'm going to say that one again. That's pretty good. A student doesn't care what you know until they know how much you care. One student had a similar observation. Having a teacher who really does care about the well-being of his students makes a difference in how motivated I am to do the classwork and show up to school. Students rave about this instructor's ability to create excitement in the classroom through his use of interactive, engaged learning techniques. One said, quote, "He clearly doesn't take himself too seriously, but rather places greater value on how things benefit the students." This instructor has spent many hours working to better Isothermal through his service to organizations like TALC, the Team for the Advancement of the Learning College, and PTK. He's also been instrumental in the creation of the monthly Writing Center newsletter and the book club. He's a product of the North Carolina Community College system with an Associate of Arts degree from Tri-County Community College. He earned a bachelor's from Western Carolina University and a master's from East Carolina University. Now he's working on another associate's degree, this one in business administration, right here at Isothermal. All of this he's done while being an active husband, a wonderful father, and he is certainly an outstanding individual and instructor. It's been my honor to work with him as he served as co-chair of the TALC committee. Without further ado, I'm proud to present this year's recipient of the Robert Wendell Eaves Distinguished Teaching Award to an outstanding academic development instructor, Mr. Jeremy Burris. Join me in congratulating him.
There we go. Good evening, and thank you very much. I would like to begin by dedicating this award to a former colleague of ours, someone I still think of quite often. She embodies this award and everything it stands for, and she was a light to all she knew. Helen Stewart. This means a lot to me because of all the incredible educators I share this stage with tonight. You don't make it to this point in your career without help from a lot of people. And a handful of them here are my mentors, and I thank them more than they will ever understand. They're the people I call the most often. They're the people I drink the most coffee with. And they're the people I send the longest emails to. And it's because their input and opinions matter so much to me. So when you see that email, please don't delete it. I would also like to thank all the teachers over the years throughout my educational journey. So many of them served as a role model to me, and that ranges all the way from kindergarten to graduate school. And to my family, Mom and Dad, thank you for sacrificing everything to allow your son to be the first person in the family to go to college. To Cecil and Tressa Klein, thank you. You have taken me in as a son, and that means the world to me. I know that all I have to do is treat your daughter right and love the Tar Heels, and everything will be okay. To Riley, you're the apple of my eye, and I love you, kiddo. And of course, to our great continuing education registrar, who just also happens to be the lovely lady I share my life with, Leanne, thank you for being my best friend. And like I said not long after we met, let's grow old together. And since most of my hair is gone and a few of yours are turning gray, I think we're on the right path. You know, one colleague of mine often says that when she gets a microphone, that is a chance to tell those in attendance about Isothermal. I would like to do the same and say that no matter who you are, education is a cure. It is also a key to opening doors. If you commit to Isothermal, we will commit to you. We will commit to work with you to help you go from where you are to as far as you want to go. Our state community college system works, and it works wonders. It took me from being a student in a developmental English course to teaching them. From having never been to a college to helping students select and apply to one. Just think of what it can do for you too. To the graduating class, you probably want me to stop talking so you can actually graduate. But before I go, I want to read something to you that I saw taped on a wall on my first day here 7 years ago. I want you to know, whether I know you or not, whether you're going into the workforce or continuing your studies to maybe become an English teacher, which is not a bad gig, by the way, or whatever it is your heart desires, that the following words are so true, and please don't let anyone tell you differently. This is entitled, What is a Student? What is a student? A student is the most important person ever in this school, in person, on the telephone, or by mail. A student is not dependent on us. We are dependent on the student. A student is not an interruption of our work. The student is the purpose of it. We are not doing a favor by serving the student. The student is doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to do so. Thank you all very much.
You know, at Isothermal, we do almost all things very, very well, but we're not perfect. Obviously, we don't keep a secret very well. But I really appreciate Jeremy's comments, and thank you for remembering Helen Stewart also. In addition to Jeremy, 2 other finalists were considered for the 2018 Eaves Award. We are very appreciative of each one of these fine instructors, and we are proud of them and the dedicated support they give their students. I would like to thank them this evening for their daily contributions to the mission of Isothermal Community College. This year's 2 finalists are Rebecca Haney and Zach Freeman. If you would come forward.